So you can do it. Ready? That's the first time we did.
Oh, yes, it is. No, I was trying to. Maybe if I put my glasses on like that. Yeah, that's that. That's okay. They're all downstairs.
Yeah,
Probably not now.
it should be.
It should be. I thought she was going home.
No,
Just her husband.
just her husband did. He's back though. Didn't
It's
take
such
him
a
long.
quick drive.
Well, no, yeah. Didn't take him long to go home and come back.
I'm used to women telling me what to do.
Shows how quick you did it.
Exactly.
Making a liar out of them.
Yeah, though.
You're too close for comfort.
Y'all mind, we'll go ahead and get started.
Yes, please.
Mr. Brady?
Dear Lord, we just ask you to be with us tonight and guide us in the right direction. Ask you to watch over us. We make decisions for the county. Just, Lord, just be with their families and watch over us each and every day. In your name we pray, amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Appreciate everybody being here. We'll get started. We'll start off with minutes from last month.
I make a motion to accept them.
I'm
Yep.
second them.
You got a motion, you got a second, all in favor? Any opposed? We'll let it stand. Treasurer's report.
Okay, today's balance, county general is $97,887. County road is $744,727.01. Total funds under our control is $4,367,558.59. FEMA has not changed. We're still at $128,305.81. And when it comes to sales tax, 113 is incorrect. I wrote down the total amount from last year. It should be the difference. So the difference from last year and this year is $18,371. For the year, the sales tax is up $102,005.72, and the jail bond was $96,813.97.
Do we know when we're going to get our taxes from Kathy by any chance?
It's usually the first week in, it'll be the first week in
In
November.
November,
And
okay.
I believe she has 7 or 10 days, business days to turn them over,
get 'em
and
in.
she's been turning them over rather quickly lately.
Good, good.
So I would say the first week.
Motion to accept.
A second.
You got a motion, second, all in favor? Any opposed? Thanks, Carla. Assessor's report.
Does anybody have any questions?
Are you gonna give us a report about the, equalization board meetings in August?
That's on me, I'm sorry, I forgot to send you the minutes.
Okay, so will we have it next month?
I didn't hear what that was, honey.
The equalization board, remember I asked you a couple of weeks ago, could we have a
I
report?
have them all printed out, for everybody, I do have those. I wasn't thinking that's what was on board, I thought we were having a budget meeting before. Sorry, but I do have those, and yes, I need them too.
Okay.
I can actually go get them tonight and give them to you if I leave.
Motion to receive.
Got a motion, got a motion, got a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? OEM report,
Well, I don't remember exactly what I was on the report that I gave you in a couple of weeks, but the only new thing I know for sure that was on there, we had a accident up there at the feed store. That had some medical waste on it, and we had to get, the company out of Springfield that was doing the transport to come and test it, make sure everything was okay, and they loaded up, everything was good. And, the fire department, you'll see on the 911 report, the way she got it broke down, they had a total of 228 calls this past month, and I run everything calendar month, so. That's what they have.
Motion to receive.
got a motion, second, all in favor? Any opposed?
Can I ask a question? Did you talk to Brent Mitchell about the communication on the radio? Can we get any satisfaction out of it?
Well, I don't know, but what we talked about it 2, 3, 4 days ago, and, obviously, I'm not that familiar with the budget, but when I did go back in, what I had paid the last, for the people out of Springfield, I paid them, and we do have, in that line item there, we still got 4,000 some odd dollars.
Okay.
That's still in there.
Well, that's good news.
Excellent.
If it's enough to cover what they have to do, reprogram the council?
Yeah, they, they've been trying to do this now for some time to get into the, there at the sheriff's office. They've got to get both groups together to do it. So far, that hasn't happened yet, so. But I have talked to them, and we do have, I think it's 45, 46, 4,700, somewhere there.
I'll see what you can do, Bryce. Thank you.
E911 report,
We had a total of 753 911 calls, 693 of those were wireless, 60 were wire lines. In September 16, communication associates came and took the antenna up. There are still issues with the radios. Any questions?
Thank you for doing this report.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Motion to receive.
got a motion, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The grant report, we just, we got several of them we're working on right now, so we tied up, we reached out to North Arkansas to help us out, so they're looking into the CARES Act, and, over at Micro, we've got a big one coming up, and a couple more. Do you know what else, Karen?
The Marion County Activity and Wellness Center has asked for a letter of support from the county judge, and they applied for a 11-person van, so we're trying to help them out with that. And the CARES Act grant, that's gonna hopefully help. That's the two biggies that are due in November for the election and for the county as a whole. And the library grant, we've had to ask for an extension, a possible extension. We just let them know that there was an outbreak at the prison where they're gonna be doing the building and the shelves. We just gave them a heads up, and it may be fine, but we just want to let them know that that's a possibility, and they more or less said it was okay.
Motion to receive.
Got a motion, got a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Law enforcement report,
For the month of September, we took 145 reports, made 86 arrests. Inmate bookings of the month, we booked 67 males, 35 females with a total of 102. Current jail count at the end of the month, we was at 29 males, 1 female, and 25 DOC inmates, which would put us at 55 with 5 309 inmates. Phone calls for the month, we had 753 911, compared to last month, the previous month at 731. We've had 8 registrations on sex offender updates. We still have a total of 66 in the county. Collections from August on the courts, we had 15,729.78 from circuit, 18,584.12 from district. We had a total of 25 transport service hours, had 89 new warrants totaling 452,977.10. Also, for the first billing month for our ADC inmates, we billed that last week, and counting the ADC 90-day offenders and our 309s, we billed 29,424 for that month.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
When will we be getting the report that we passed the ordinance on last month?
As soon as I can get my health stabilized in the jail.
Okay, you realize it's an ordinance and that.
Yes, ma'am, I do realize that. And also, I hope you guys can realize how much time I'm spending in the jail. My captain's off for COVID. I've got 1 CID investigator now. I spend most of my time in the jail. As soon as I leave here tonight, I gotta go back to the jail and work tonight. I have 17 hours in
Do you
today,
think
most
we'll
of
have
that's
it
in the jail.
November?
Ma'am,
Do you think we'll get that report in November?
I'm hoping, yes. As soon as we get a chance. My administrator, she's in the jail too. We're both working back there. She's got reports this deep on her desk all the way across. It's just finding the time to get everything done. We have the adequate manpower. We shouldn't have a problem. But I've got 2 hired in the jail. I've got another one coming on next week, and it takes a little while to get them trained. My apology.
Well, that's good, though. I'm glad you got them hired, and I'm glad they're coming on. I heard you was having a hard time getting somebody.
Very difficult, and hopefully we'll have, by the first of next week, we'll have the metro spot, have someone in that. Yes, sir.
Is the total hours and transport services, that part of the service that we bill the prisoner for?
Most of that there was DOC transports, hospital. I went to the hospital 4 times with inmates. One had to have surgery, so we was there for 2 days guarding that inmate. So that affected our manpower dramatically.
Yeah.
So that there is going to probably entail some of that transport, which there probably won't be a fee for that.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sheriff, on your transport, would it ever be feasible, and I don't know, of course, I know we're in a pretty good type, but you know, like a van to several inmates at one time instead of like a car that you could?
Well, this last time we took, it varies how many we take. This last time they called up 6. So we had to take 2 vehicles down there, and it took two men. We had a bigger transport vehicle and it was properly fixed to handle inmates. We could utilize 1 vehicle and 1 officer to make that transport.
And I don't know, you know, speaking, I don't know where we could ever come up with vehicle money, but I kind of knew that you had to take 2 vehicles down. It looks like it'd save on gas and manpower if you, and I don't know how many you can haul in a van, or I'm sure there's standards or whatever.
6 is going to be probably the high side on number that we would haul at once. And then if, fortunately, they were all males, if one of them became possibly a female, then that would throw us all out of whack.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Would you, if you start having transport, some prisoners are not very compatible with other people, period. You have the potential, if you sat 3 or 4 people in the van with a deputy, you could have a brawl right in the van.
We had a fight in the jail three days ago, and
Sure.
one of the inmates had 4 broke ribs and a punctured lung after it was all resolved. so it could happen anywhere.
Oh, yeah, that's just and you get some people, they're mad at the world, and you put them in a van now with other people, just the attitude, why are you looking at me?
Right. And that's why I made the comment, if it's properly, properly designed to handle inmates, where you can shackle them, feet and hand and belly chain them, where it limits their mobility when they're in the vehicle. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
Could you give us just a ballpark rough breakdown of the 86 arrests? What were they for?
86 arrests on the bookings for the month, is that where you,
Yeah, the top, it says arrest 86.
it just varies, like warrants, domestic, DWI, driving unsuspended. It's a various charges. But if you want that breakdown, I'll try to compile that for you.
I just was hoping you could give us a thumbnail of that.
Right.
I was curious were the burglaries, assaults, drugs.
Some of them that's generated by the warrants are the drug charges and burglary or terroristic threatening, whatever it may be.
Wouldn't that be, was the reports taken?
Yes.
In our RPS system, yes.
You take a report, you wouldn't know the arrest, you could arrest someone on a warrant, but a report taken, there should be an indication of why.
They're all titled, yes, sir.
Yeah, I would think there would be. Thank you.
Motion.
You got something else?
No, motion to receive.
Second.
I got a motion, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Library report. Library must not be here.
So she sent an email saying she was not.
Motion to receive.
You got a motion,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Fire board. Miss Sherry's got a, city hall, they got a board meeting tonight for a city hall meeting.
I don't know if it was when it was, Judge, but they had that, bull riding and rodeo and stuff, and I drove by and there was a bunch of people there, so it was a good turnout.
That's good.
He said that he drove by when they had the backing bulls and so forth, and there was a good turnout. Good. Motion to receive.
Got a motion? Can I get a second?
Second.
Rick.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Road report, y'all can, pretty much look at it.
Motion to receive. I looked at it earlier.
I appreciate that information.
I do
It would be
too.
nice if we got that kind of information from all.
Pretty expensive.
Got a motion, a second, all in favor?
Aye. I like the road numbers.
We can see where that would help with phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
It makes phone calls a little worse sometimes.
It does.
But not for us.
Quorum report. If anybody wants to talk about that any? We've been wrote up, we got wrote up the other day, we got 3 citations out there last week, so, that'll be about roughly $500 maybe, or $100 something a piece, the way they talk.
What was it for?
One of them didn't have a sticker on a switch that went to the well or to the control center on a panel, and one of them was for a light or something that didn't work on one of the machines and stuff that's just been messed up since years. And one of them was a guardrail or something that's been like that for years. And everybody out there was new, so.
Who inspects that, John?
NEPSHA. Yep. They check it twice a year, and they just showed up last week. Plus, we got a citation that they got about before everybody left. That was $100 something for a beep up backup alarm that didn't go off.
Oh.
Time out, please. I've got to make sure that the doors are locked downstairs. They're not locking for some reason.
Judge, I didn't hear, were you just talking about the quarry
Yes, sir.
and rocks being hauled?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I saw 642 Marion County dump trucks out in Oakland today. Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, we just,
Oh.
in general.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
So they made it to Oakland today?
I'm sorry.
They made it to Oakland today?
He said,
They made Oakland today, Roger?
yes.
Yeah, a whole bunch.
What he said is he saw a great deal of dump trucks hauling gravel to Oakland and he appreciates it.
We're all going to Black Oak Resort to stay in the village for my dad.
I thought it was good.
Yes.
They're gonna be lost.
Yeah.
That's right, well, the water's down now.
Yeah.
Import hunters, you have the handicap hunt starting tomorrow. I told you folks should be out there duck hunting, that's just.
I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
Motion to receive.
You got a motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah.
You're on quarry.
Quarry.
Yeah, we still on square. Any opposed? Solid waste. Stephen, he's not here. He, about 8 hours, about all he can take.
Motion.
Got a motion?
Second.
You got a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Planning commission?
I thought Russell was gonna be here tonight, so I'm just winging it, but we've had 2 meetings in the last couple of weeks. The first meeting was because we had a plan for a new subdivision, submitted, it's north on the lake. He said it's a 25-minute drive from the hospital, so, he said it's tough to get to. The first meeting, we looked at the plans and we submitted numerous questions to him. The gentleman is from Texas and he's not familiar with what this area is really. So like I said, we had a lot of questions. So last Thursday night, we had a video conference with him and so, he answered a lot of our questions, but we liked what he said, but we're still not completely satisfied with what he is doing. He asked for a continuance somewhere to probably the middle of January. Hopefully we will have a report probably in February about whether we accept and send the paperwork on to the judge. But it's an interesting subdivision, 2-acre house, 2-acre lots, but around the lake and the core property, he's putting in small houses, tiny houses, not a tiny house, but a variation of tiny house of like 400 square feet. Big houses up here, 400 square feet here for people who come down for the weekends, et cetera, maybe full-time, maybe part-time, the rest of be full-time people. So Russell will be here hopefully next time and he can give you a detailed report on what's going on. But at least after a year and a half, 2 years, we have something to do besides drink coffee. So we like that. We feel like we're doing something.
Which hospital was he talking
We
about?
got the Baxter Hospital,
Okay.
yes, 25 minutes. I guess you go up.
Gotta be up in Oakland or.
Yeah, it would.
Oakland area, he says it's fun to get to. Judge may remember those roads. Did you remember what roads he was saying?
No, I'm not too familiar with that area up there, to be honest with you.
Mountain Creek or the cutoff road? Those are, Mountain Creek goes up into,
I thought it was in Promised Land.
I don't know. Well, the Promised Land is in Baxter County.
It's a
Not all
Wolf,
of it,
it's gonna be Wolf Creek Village.
not all of it.
A bit Wolf Creek, that's up on 149, up by CSA.
This is a County Road 150.
Yeah, okay, that's up by, that's Price Place.
So, there's potential of getting a new subdivision started. That's good.
They better be hammered down if they're gonna get there in 25 minutes.
Yeah, I'm here they are. I appreciate it. Budget and personnel.
Marty,
And we,
Want me to read these?
no, you ain't
you
got to
don't
read them.
have to read them.
If anybody wants a copy of those, they're welcome to get them.
I think you need to mention the dates of the budget committee meetings though.
It was October 8th, and it was budget and personnel, and with personnel, October 15th.
And your coming up dates are October the
And
27th.
and the 28th. And November the 4th, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah,
Man, I ain't got none of that. Law Enforcement Committee,
Nothing this time,
Solid Waste Committee,
nothing this time.
Procedures and Management Committee.
Nothing at this time.
Any unfinished business we need to take care of? We'll start off with new business.
Are we ready? Okay. Ordinance 2020-51, being enacted by the Quorum Court of Marion County, Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance amending ordinance 2020-49, which adjusted the 2020 annual budget. After inputting the figures of the above mentioned ordinance, a few minor errors were found and needed to be addressed. Article 1, Quorum Court, 3101, training education, 638 add, meals, miles, and lodging, $500 subtract. Juvenile intake, retirement matching, $3,534.37 add. Insurance, $33,534.57 subtract. Juvenile probation, workers' compensation, 293.94 add. County jail, 1010, workers' compensation, $11,704.87 add. Article 2, this ordinance herein is acted as appropriation ordinance and therefore it is effective immediately.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
what number was that, Dawn?
What was the number?
51,
51.
who seconded?
I did.
Okay.
Anybody need to talk about that?
Justice Scrima,
Yes.
Justice Nichols,
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Mayo,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Shipman,
Yes.
Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough.
Yeah.
Thank you. Ordinance 2020-52 being enacted by the Quorum Court of Marion County, Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance allowing the Marion County Transfer Station to fill an open position. Article 1, the Marion County Transfer Station is paid from a special sales tax fund, and this will not affect the funds for county general in any aspect. Therefore, this will allow the Marion County judge to fill the open position at the transfer station with one full-time employee. Article 3, this ordinance is in full effect from date of passage.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Second.
Got a motion, got a second. Anybody need to talk about this?
Justice Nichols,
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Mayo,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Shipman,
Yes.
Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough,
Yes.
Justice Scrima.
Yes.
Thank you.
You want me to read the next one?
We can,
No,
I'll read it down, don't we? Brady, make a motion to do that.
No.
okay, go ahead.
Okay. Being enacted by the Quorum Court of Marion County, Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance amending 2019-88 numbers and compensation ordinance for the calendar year 2019 for Marion County, Arkansas. This ordinance will update the numbers for the clerk's office due to the clerk being paid from the recorder's fund for more than 13 pay periods. Article 1, County Circuit Clerk Combined Office as reads, 13 pay periods from County General at $21,450, 13 pay periods from Recorder's Fund at $21,450, total $42,900. As amended, 6 pay periods from County General at $9,900, 20 pay periods from Recorder's Fund at $33,000. That also equals the $42,900. Emergency clause, this ordinance shall be effective immediately upon passage by the Quorum Court.
Motion.
Second.
Got a motion, a second. Anybody need to talk about this one?
This is just correcting it so that it matches according to what you're already doing, right? This is some numbers and comps matches.
Matches what we've done already, yes.
Anyone else?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White.
Yeah.
Justice Mayo,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Shipman,
Yes.
Justice Brigham.
Yes.
Justice McCullough,
Yes.
Justice Scrimmon,
Yes.
Justice Nichols.
Yes.
Thank you. Ordinance 2020-54, being enacted by the Quorum Court of Marion County, Arkansas, an ordinance entitled, an ordinance removing equipment from the inventory list with Marion County, Arkansas, and appropriating half the monies from the sale into the operating budget for the road department and monies received for the transfer station into the operating budget for the transfer station. Article 1, Marion County held an auction on October 3rd, 2020 at the road department and auctioned off multiple pieces of equipment and other things that were no longer being used by Marion County. Article 2, the equipment needs to be removed from the inventory list and insurance for Marion County, Arkansas. Article 3 attaches a list of all items sold at the auction purchaser and the amount paid for each of the items listed. Article 4, portion of the proceeds received from the auction needs to be appropriated to the daily operating budget for the road department and transfer station. Marion County Road Department, 2026 culvert and pipe, $30,000 at. Marion County Transfer Station, 2023 parts and repair, $700 at. Article 5, this ordinance herein enacted as an appropriation ordinance and therefore is effective immediately.
Motion.
Second.
Any questions on this one?
The total proceeds was how much? Like 67?
I don't even remember, to be honest with you. Do you remember, Carla? 67, 63?
Right here, 62,000.
62.
I have to look hard.
I don't know this.
$63,148.50.
Yeah. Yeah, did I hand it to you?
Yeah.
All right. Got it. Thank you. Anyone else?
Justice White.
Yeah.
Justice Mayo,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Shipman,
Yes.
Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough,
Yes.
Justice Scrimmon, Justice Nichols,
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'll read the next one.
Okay, go ahead.
Being enacted by the Quorum Court of Marion County, Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance amending the annual operating budget for the calendar year 2018 for Marion County, Arkansas. Article 1, whereas a check for a grant has been received from the Arkansas Rural Community Grant Program for the Marion County Library in the amount of $2,000 per receipt for 27/1/22 dated 6/2/2020. Therefore, raise anticipated services in 3569 library DVD shelves grant, $2,000 and appropriate as follows. 3569-0600 library DVD shelves grant, 3569-0600-2001 general office supplies, 2,000, and reference solution 2020 resolution 2020-1. Article 2, the ordinance herein enacted is an appropriation ordinance, and therefore it is effective immediately. This is one Karen was talking about, correct?
Yes. And I think that calendar year, should that be 2020?
Yes, it should.
Sorry about that.
Got a motion?
What was the change?
Second paragraph, calendar year 2020 instead of 2018.
Yeah,
I can't hear what she's saying, I'm sorry.
It got second paragraph where it says for the calendar year, it should say 2020, not 2018.
yeah.
Sorry.
Motion to receive.
To adopt.
How about we adopt it instead?
Yeah, we might ought to adopt this one,
Yeah.
not receive it, that's true.
Second.
Anybody need to talk about this one?
Justice Mayo,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Shipman,
Yes.
Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough,
Yes.
Justice Scrimmah,
Yes.
Justice Nichols,
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White.
Yes.
Thank you. Ordinance 2020-56, being enacted by the Quorum Court of Marion County, Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance allowing the Marion County Deputy Prosecutor's Office to hire a secretary position for the pandemic hiring freeze to replace an employee who resigned. Article 1, whereas there is a need for a Marion County Deputy Prosecutor's Office allowed to hire during the current hiring freeze. Therefore, the Marion County Quorum Court allows the Deputy Prosecutor's Office to hire a full-time secretary. Article 2, the hiring freeze for the Deputy Prosecutor's Office is lifted. This ordinance being enacted by the Quorum is an appropriation ordinance and therefore is effective immediately.
Motion.
Got a motion? Got a second? Anybody need to talk about this one?
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Shipman,
Yes.
I'm sorry,
Yes.
thank you. Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough,
Yes.
Justice Scrimmah,
Yes.
Justice Nichols,
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Mayo.
No.
Motion passed.
You ready?
Go ahead.
Being enacted by the Quorum Court of Marion County, Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance allowing the Marion County Assessor's Office to fill an empty position during the hiring freeze to replace an employee who transferred to a different department. Area 1, Article 1, whereas there is a need for the Marion County Assessor's Office to hire a full-time deputy during the hiring freeze. Article 2, whereas the hiring freeze for the assessor's office shall be lifted. Article 3, whereas this ordinance is in full effect from the date of passage. And that would have been number 57,
57.
correct?
Yes.
Is that been pulled? What is number 57?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Maybe 257.
Yeah. I got a question.
Can I get a motion
Wait
first?
for a
or-
motion. I'm sorry. I'll withdraw my question.
Motion.
Got a motion?
Okay.
Got a second?
Who-
All right.
Who seconded? I'm sorry.
I did.
Wesley?
Okay.
I did.
Anybody want to discuss this? I think, Mr. Mike was first, Rick.
I thought when we were talking about this last week, one of the questions that was raised, there were two questions really, is we're gonna go in 2 months in the first of the year to fill the position. What some of us question is, there's 3 employees in it right now, and there's no overtime. And the question was, what would the fourth person do? And I'm reluctant to fill the spot when there's no justification for the extra employee. To say I need him is not the reason. There should be a justification. And normally, if you, like the sheriff stated about Ben, he's gonna leave and go work at the jail today. He's obviously working overtime.
Actually, if I can be excused, I need to be up here right now, so we just got two
Yes,
two
sir.
people in the jail.
So
Yes, sir.
the question was, looking at
Appreciate
our
it, Sheriff.
budget for this year, because some of us are very concerned about this next year's budget. And I know I was opposed, not because I didn't see any justification for replacing the position. So that's my statement.
All right, Rick.
We have, I started going back through looking. A friend of mine told me that I could find what I was looking for on the, Arkansas counties under, one of the books. What I found out was this: if we have 5 people at the assessor's office with the price we got, we're gonna be the second highest county in the state in the Class 2 counties. Second highest. Nobody's higher than us at this. There's only one other county, and that's Van Buren, who set at $247,000 a year. Ours is set right now with this one here at $167,000 a year. They range from $85,000 to $133,000. We're way out of line with these prices. That's just my feeling, but.
Well, I intend on being consistent with this. If, to my count, it seems like the only offices that are, the hiring freeze has not been lifted on is gonna be the collector's office, the clerk's office, and the judge's office. So we've listed on just about everybody else. But I voted no on the last one, so I'm gonna be consistent.
Anyone else? All right.
Just a minute, I've got to finish writing. Okay, Justice Shipman,
Yes.
Justice Brigham,
No.
Justice McCullough,
No.
Justice Scrima,
No.
Justice Nichols,
No.
Justice Van Kuren,
No.
Justice White,
No.
Justice Mayo,
No.
Justice Madden.
No.
Motion failed.
What number? Was that 57?
57.
Yes.
It was 57.
So the next one's 57.
No, that was 57.
Yes, that was 57.
The next one's 57.
And they
Yes,
two
I
were
still-
copies, weren't
I still maintain it.
Yeah, they
And
are.
we already
We've already done these two.
reviewed the number, so it's gotta go. We already did the transfer station one, didn't we? I have 2 copies in my packet, I don't know why.
Yeah, I've got.
And the prosecuting attorney.
Yeah, I got that. Okay,
The one I've got's equalization board.
that's where I was headed.
Where you at?
Equalization board, I guess.
I don't know if I got that or not.
Mine's the one.
We're getting there. Being enacted by the Quorum Court of Marion County, Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance amending ordinance 1986 Marion County budget, Article 1 Equalization Board, 2001 subtract $720, 1002 add $720. Article 2, whereas the Equalization Board 4 members were paid out of the wrong line item, this is simply correcting a mistake.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Anybody need to talk about this one?
Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough,
Yes.
Justice Scrima,
Yes.
Justice Nichols,
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White.
Yeah.
Justice Mayo,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Shipman.
Yes.
What's the next one?
The resolution.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
Being enacted by the Quorum Court of Marion County, Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance allowing the Marion County E911 to fill positions when become vacant. Article 1, whereas Marion County has issued a hiring freeze and any vacant positions has to be presented to the Quorum Court before they can be filled. Article 2, whereas Marion County E911 needs to have the freeze lifted as they can make sure that they have, that when they have a vacancy, the positions can be filled immediately and not cause a shortage within the dispatch department, which in turn will cause an abundance of compensation time built up within that department. Article 3, whereas this ordinance is considered an emergency and is effective immediately. We got too many ifs.
Yeah, I know. It happens.
Yeah. Now this is number
59.
159.
Motion.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? Anybody need to talk about this one?
I thought we already listed that, did we, Jackie?
No.
Looked at the jail one, but not.
I'm sorry,
The jail one was listed,
Okay.
but not.
I got you.
I think she's losing.
I'm losing, two. I'm losing a full-time on the 27th, a part-time on the 26th. I have a part-time, well, one full-time that went part-time, but she's only gonna stay part-time until I'm able to get somebody else in there to help. So it's just, she's just gonna help me out until then.
The guy sitting there beside you that's a pretty good dispatcher. I don't know if you know that or not.
He couldn't cut it.
The truth
Everybody,
hurts.
sorry, thank you there.
Justice McCullough,
Yes.
Justice Scrimmah,
Yes.
Justice Nichols,
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Mayo,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Shipman.
Yep.
Justice Brigham.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, it looks like it's around once or not.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm so messed up.
Ordinance 2020-60, being enacted by the Quorum Court of Marion County, Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance amending the annual operating budget for the calendar year 2020 for Marion County, Arkansas. Article 1, whereas there is a need to appropriate unappropriated monies from the County Building Improvement Fund 3403 and raise anticipated revenue $6,000 in Office of Emergency Management budget and line item 1,500 2023 parts and repair in order to repair the radio and repeater at Bull Shoals. Article 2, this ordinance is here and enacted an appropriation ordinance and therefore is effective immediately.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Got a motion, a second. Well, if we got a repeater going out at Bull Shoals, and Bryce, he may give you more than that, but
Doc, how much did you say on that? How much
I
money?
said 6,000.
Okay, I thought that's
I
what
think
you
I said
said.
6,000.
Yeah, you did. I thought.
How much money's left in the building fund?
2,500, let's see, 257,000, I think. I can't remember, or 256,000. I think is what it was this morning.
I got a question. Is it our equipment that's installed at the tower in Bull Shoals?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We got more than that issue is, I think the bid was 5,800 on this part on it. Then we got some more issues on the antenna, I think. Or this may cover the antenna. All we got two estimates on it, but
Okay. Thank you.
Justice Scrimmah,
Yes.
Justice Nichols,
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Mayo,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Shipman,
Yes.
Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough.
Yes. Ready?
Go.
Being enacted by the Quorum Court of Marion County, Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, amending the numbers and compensation job title in the Marion County Treasurer's Office. Article 1, delete the position titled Chief Deputy Treasurer and replace it with Deputy Treasurer. Maximum hourly Article 2, maximum hourly wages to remain the same, $15 an hour. But current deputy treasurer will revert back to salary that was assigned before the transfer to the treasurer's office, which at that time was $12.75. Article 3, the articles contained in the ordinance are hereby declared to be severable. Article 4, the consistent application of ordinances is vital to Marion County government. In May 2020, the Marion County Quorum Court enacted ordinances directing a freeze on compensation and providing directions on what benefits can travel with the employee when a transfer from one office to another occurs, and that no pay increase may occur without Quorum Court approval. The court reiterates the directives of the ordinances, hereby declaring this ordinance necessary for the welfare of the citizens of Marion County, Arkansas, declaring this ordinance to be an emergency, and it shall be in full force and effective upon passage.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
You have a motion and a second. Anybody need to talk about this one?
I would like to say that I think we need to strike the amount that the deputy is getting paid at this time, because I'm not sure that that needs to be in the ordinance, that $12.75.
Mr. Chairman, because the numbers in the salary range, it's a range. Yeah, and that's what the argument was for giving a promotion. It's a range. This clears that it is not a range, that the amount with the transfer, that keeps it that way. Because if you remove that, now you're talking about a minimum and a maximum, and we're right back to where we were the other night. And that's why the amount is in there.
Well, I just don't feel like it's fair to Katrina to have her wages broadcast everywhere.
Can I respond to that?
Yes.
Anyone can go on AAC's salary information for 2020 by county, in Class 2 county, Marion County. You can see the salaries of any position.
No, that's true.
That's the maximums.
Is that the maximum?
Yes.
Yeah.
It does not reflect individual employees.
Anyone else?
Joyce, were you going to amend that to strike that line?
I would like to, yes.
I'll second it.
Okay.
Amen.
Can I respond? Joyce, after thinking about, I'm 80 now, I'm gonna give the excuse of the 80 mark, that's my age. After listening to you, I think you're right. We need just to have something in there in what there'd be no salary change of the actual employee change. And that would suffice that. I agree with you. I'll change my process and I'll shut up.
Hang
So
on.
we need to vote on the amendment, is that correct?
Correct.
Please wait just 1 minute. Okay, now tell me exactly how you want this to read.
Well, we have down there on the last paragraph regarding that there would be no pay increase without, Quorum Court approval.
Just strike out that one sentence.
Just one, yeah, just strike out that which at this time was $12.75.
That's what I thought. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yes, now we need to vote on that. Let me see, where am I at? Starting with Nichols. Okay. Justice Nichols?
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren?
Yes.
Justice White?
No.
Justice Bale?
Yes.
Justice Madden?
Yes.
Justice Shipman?
Yes.
Justice Brigham?
Yes.
Justice McCullough?
Yes.
Motion passed. Okay, now, we're going back to as amended.
I'd like to add one thing here. This was, it said it's sponsored by the Budget Committee. It was the Personnel Committee that took this up.
It was.
Okay, that can be fixed. Okay, so now I need a motion and a second on the amendment. No, I don't. We adopt as amended. Hang on.
Amendment passed.
Justice Van Kuren?
Well, I have a question about it before we vote.
Sorry.
Can you read it again as it's amended now?
You want me to just read the paragraph that's
Yeah, just
amended?
the meat of it.
Okay, the Article 2, maximum hourly wage is to remain the same, $15 an hour, but current deputy treasurer will revert back to the salary that was assigned before the transfer to the treasurer's office.
Yes.
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Mayo,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Shipman,
Yes.
Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough,
Yes.
Justice Scrima,
Yes.
Justice Nichols.
Yes.
Thank you. Being enacted by the, this, I'm sorry, 2020-62, being enacted by the Quorum Court of Marion County, Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, transferring the duties from Assessor's Office back to E911 Department. Article 1, the 911 addressing and mapping duties will be returned to the E911 Department and will be supervised by E911 Coordinator and OEM Director. Article 2, this change will require a position to be added to numbers and compensation prior to the transfer of duties for training to the E911 Department paid out of 2020 E911 to handle all the mapping, addressing, and activation of all of new addresses and ensuring all information is sent to proper departments as these are done. Article 3, I'm sorry, the position will be located at the annex building in the office of OEM. Article 4, this ordinance being necessary for the protection and preservation of public health and safety, and ordinance is hereby declared to exist, and ordinance will be enforced in full and shall take effect upon passage and publication.
Motion to receive.
Second.
I mean,
Or when you want to adopt it.
I know what I
Second.
to receive them.
Anyone need to talk about this one?
Justin Van Kuren,
I voted first last time.
I'm sorry,
I voted first last time.
that's right, you did. I'm so sorry. Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Mayo,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
what did he say?
Yes.
Justice Shipman,
Yes.
Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough,
Yes.
Justice Scrima,
Yes.
Justice Nichols,
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren.
Yes.
Thank you. Resolution is going to be Resolution 2020-5.
Do you want to? Go ahead.
I would really entertain you to read that.
Yeah, you don't want me to read that.
Well, let's read it by title only. Let's read it by title only.
I'll make a motion to read it by title only.
I second that.
You want to
Resolution adopted and further,
Don't we need to vote on it? Read it by
Yeah.
title only?
oh, I'm
do?
sorry.
You want to just do a hand
I'm so sorry.
vote or?
Let me see, who's next? Justice Mayo? To read by
We could have just
title.
done a voice vote.
Huh?
Yes.
Oh, I'm
Yes.
sorry, I didn't, okay, voice vote, that's even better.
All in favor, read by title only?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carry on, Ms. Dawn.
Thank you, I'm sorry, I'm kind of tired. All right, a resolution adopted in furtherance of the CARES Act in response to the COVID-19 pandemic emergency. And that's pretty much it.
This is what we was talking about earlier about, we got, North Arkansas gonna help us out with this and try to get all the, first people online and all of our receipts paid and all that is what this is going for. I think we're getting about $800,000 maybe if we get it. But they want 10%, so we're just trying to get some guidance. That's what we're doing. If there's any questions on that.
First responders.
I don't know.
Yeah, this here would be for the, I think 911, law enforcement, I don't know what all, I think Meals on Wheels is gonna be, we're gonna have them on it, 2 or 3 different things.
Did you say they're gonna charge us 10%?
That's what their going rate is, but they're looking into it, cause this is sort of a different thing than most of their grants and stuff they help people with, so
That's quite a bit of.
Yes, that's quite a bit of cash.
They're supposed to get back with us.
Yeah.
We've emailed them, and because it's such a new program, they're helping so many counties, I think they've got a way they're gonna be able to help us, but not at 10%. That would be the rate for other things, but. And the Meals on Wheels part,
But you know,
is gonna probably be separate.
really, if you really ain't got the knowledge to get it on your own, it's really cheap if you're getting 800,000. It really, 10% ain't that high if you really think about it. If you don't know how to give it yourself, if you're reaching out to people for help. If that's the going rate, yes, ma'am.
I've been asked that why the first responders and the fire departments aren't mentioned, or are they under the jail or under?
I think they're under, I think they got their own,
Okay.
CARES Act in the
Very
911.
well could-
I know, the ones in the Missouri, I talked to some of those guys and they got a lot of money, one of the little park houses up there.
Makes sense.
I move that the court be so resolved.
Is that like a motion to
that's
adjourn?
It's sort of like it's hammered.
That's something there, ain't it, Brady?
What'd you say?
He moves the court be so resolved.
I move the court be adjourned.
First, you gotta take one last vote.
Need a voice vote on this.
Need a voice vote?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? It passed.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, just one announcement. Don't forget, the Peel Fire Department ordinance will be presented at next month's meeting because we have to pass that within 60 days. When it passes, then they become a district unless the opposition petitions to reject. So, just a reminder. Thank you.
Got a motion to adjourn?
Right.
Second. That went well.